Hey guys, Jeff here, Dice Setter. So last weekend was July the 4th weekend. I actually made a special trip to meet one of my subscribers. His name is Joe. Had a great time throwing with Joe. Um, I played kind of on the crazy side, and after it's all said and done, no matter how crazy it might have been, I was still up $25. I did make my tall, which I was hoping for my tall and my small, but you know, you take your wins as you can. But when you're up and there's not many people at the table, that's the time for you to kind of reset, kind of figure out what's what can work, what can help you. The table just a day ago, I got to it and I was throwing. Oh, by the way, when I met up with Joe, I was throwing R1. The day before, table was almost empty. I was throwing L1, which I normally do, and nothing. Nothing worked. So I tried changing my dice set. I tried changing many things, and nothing really was working. So finally, I went back after it kind of cleared out, and the table was, they said, was cold. Everyone was 7ing out. I went to R1, and I did fantastic. And so I went back home and I practiced, and I was like, well, what could be the difference? What could possibly be the difference between R1 and L1? Especially since from that same table I rolled like 43 times. What could be the difference? I finally figured it out. So in this video, you will see at the very, very end what it was that was different, and I could have changed it, but at the time I didn't understand what was happening. Now that I understand what's happening, I would just rather roll from R1 unless someone is in that spot. So that when I go to L1, I'll kind of know how to fix that problem I was having. Last weekend I was talking about entertainers and educators and how I try to be somewhere in the middle. I try to sit there and make it entertaining for you guys, but yet throw an educational part in there as well. And some people are more on the left side, or some people are more on the right side. I think if you're too much on the educational side, nobody would watch you. If you're too much on the entertainment side, I'm not for sure. Not for sure what happens on that side. I was talking to 10 Ton. If you've never met 10 Ton, he does live in Vegas. Nicest guy you'll ever meet. I was talking to 10 Ton, and I proposed to him an idea, and I said, "What do you think? What do you think about educationers versus entertainers? You know, what would happen if we had a craps tournament?" So, guys, I need your help. I could probably look them up and try my hardest to find out, what their email is, and say, "Hey, this is who I am." Um, but with your guys' help, it'd make it a lot more easier. What I like to do is like, a craps tournament. I like to have, like Brett, Bretsky, Bluff, Bandito, OMFG Slots, On Tilt Wig. People like that, I like to have a craps tournament with them, and those people will be on one side of the table, and my team would be on the other side of the table. There would be definitely, rules and stuff like that. I like to do that. It would be low betting. Um, just bring $100 to the table for yourself and every player that you have playing. Everyone gets a chance to shoot. Whoever has the most money at the very end wins. And I would propose that the winnings go to a local Vegas charity. I think that'd be the appropriate thing to do. But you guys know how to get a hold of these guys. I don't. I've actually met Bluff. He was standing on R1, and I was on L1. My last live at Ellis. But other than that, I have no idea how to get a hold of them. So if you guys know how to get a hold of them, sit there and say, hey, Dice Setters wants to do a challenge. It'd be fun. We'll have social media there. Um, and at the very end, whatever is extra, go directly to charity, which I think is fantastic. I don't want pick it, but I'll have somebody else pick it. But I do want somebody something local from Vegas. That'd be really cool. One thing I learned during the weekend, and I was puzzled completely. When what you're doing stops working, when what you're doing no longer works, turn it 100% around. I tried 3 times, and 3 times it was like, no, it's not going to happen. So I had to take a break. I had to pull myself away from the game and think about it. And I thought about it. I said, you know what? I know just as well how to do R1 as I do L1. And the last 2 times I was there, I rolled R1, R2, and did fantastic. I'll do that. Did that and walked away a winner. So there are times that you just can't understand what's going on. You're like, well, this used to work. Step back for a second. Sit there and say, well, you know what? If this isn't working, I got to go 180 out. So 180 out, bingo, got it. And I'm going to show you in today's video. It's exactly the same as last week, but this time I am R1. The cooler thing is that I stick to primarily numbers between 4 and 10. I only roll 1 horn number, and that's what I want. I wanted inside numbers, and then eventually you're going to sit there and migrate to 4 and 10, and then just let it go. But I did exactly what I wanted to last week, but I did so from a different position with a different dice set. So tell me what you guys think, and if you know how to get in touch with any of those guys that I named off, just sit there and say, hey, Jeff from Dice Setters wants for us to meet up, and to reach me, it is dicesetters@gmail.com, and that'd be cool. I'm pretty sure that many people would be excited about seeing it. At least I'd be excited about seeing it. Here's today's video. Thanks for watching, guys. 8. Hard 10. Four. Hard 6. Easy 10. Hard 4. Yo, 11. Hard 10. Nine. I need midnight. Eight. Point. Six. Hard 8. Nine. Still looking for midnight. There goes 7. I don't know if you can see my piles or not. Let me go down here. Go down to here. That's good. Right, a little bit more. Nope, that's where you'll go. There we go. I have one on Yo. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. Missing the midnight 5, 2, and 3. I don't know if I can do one more time or not, but we'll try one more time. Don't know if we can do better, but we'll try. It's a hot day at work, 100 and, I don't know, 13, something like that. 21% humidity. 9. 9. That was the point. Seven didn't hurt me, except I lost my 2 9s. Midnight. That's what I was trying for last game. Still don't have point. Eight. Five. I think I needed 5 last time too. Six. Six. When they scatter like that, you wish you could pick them up and try one more time. Because most of the time, it's not going to be nice what they do to you. And there goes 7. Started thinking too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 times. So what I found out, see if I can go down here a little bit, and let's widen it out. Oh, well, I can't do that. Let's sit there and go up a hair. There we go. So what I found out, I'm pretty sure you can see this. R1, your hand is going to be parallel to the rail. And when you end up hitting, you'll end up hitting here. Of course, with the regular table, it'd be longer, so you'll be out of this cove right here. When you're doing it that direction, most of the time you're going to sit there and end up swinging not straight. You're going to sit there and swing it to the middle. And that's what was happening. I figured it out. I found out how come it was that left was so much different than right. I hope you were just able to see that. So when you find that there is an issue with your throwing, and then you sit there and do a 180, and all of a sudden everything works for you, you've got to figure out why. Because if not, you'll just sit there and beat yourself up on why is it. But that's truly what it is. So basically that way this way is not as easy it's more easier for you to sit there and take off that direction. So that's what it was. Hope you guys like, share, subscribe. Tell me your experiences on how you were doing fantastic and then you went back to the casino and nothing worked. And what did you do to figure out what the problem was? They were telling me it was a cold table. I don't believe in a cold table, hot table. I just knew I was doing something wrong, which was causing that issue. Do I believe a table can go cold? Yeah, but if you are dice setting and setting correctly, and it's not the table, and it has to be you. I think there can be vibes. I think there can be cold vibes and hot vibes. Let's put it to you that way. And I think that a table that's alive tends to generate energy, and it tends to generate good energy, and that affects the dice roll or the dice rollers, however you want to say it. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, share, subscribe.